This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15, line it.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. David Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
20. 47. Check, 47. Yeah.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Goff. Looking deep for Hilton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Check it back.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Goff. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Come on, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Push on, travel. Look, squeeze.
To throw on 3rd down. Hancock. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The throw complete here to Williams. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Gone. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A gain there of 21 yards. Goff now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Going for it all. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Raiders. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Looking to throw. Hancock. And got his man. Complete.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Watch it.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Royce Freeman is going to be stopped short. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Goff, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We go to the 180.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, pick your game up.
3rd and long. It's gone. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hancock. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wahoo!
58, come on.
Let's get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hancock. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 24-yard line. Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right?
Oh, wide open, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Let's go, let's go.
Tiger, Tiger.
Number 53, Mike 53. Not today, you are. Not today. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Watch the call.
Throwing on third. Gone. He's got his man. It's Williams. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Hancock. That's caught by Jennings. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Snap.
To throw on second down. Hancock looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
10-2 soft.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Hancock. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. He got 29 yards that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
4 down.
A shotgun snap for gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mike. 180.
Mike. Target.
Turbo's up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And this is caught by Watkins. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass.
Gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
61, matchbox right. 17. Hey, Charlie.
SOS. Hey, check Mike 47. Here we go, D. Hey, just.
From the gun, here's Gone. And he's got his man Hilton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 31 on third down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
22-jet bomber.
Out of the gun, Gone. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Gone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hancock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A field position changer there, 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53.
Hey, Bob, Hermo's up.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Sione Takitaki, his 2nd sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Hancock. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Hancock. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Jalen Mills in on the stop. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On second down, it's Lindsey. Got some room at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, 82 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Go, go!
Banjo. Right there, 54, right there, 50.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Hancock. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Young Trip is here, baby. Young Trip is here.
The Broncos on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15.
Check 13. Get it.
Another run by Lindsey. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going with Lindsey. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Value 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
47. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Shut up.
To throw is gone. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Watch the safety. Listen. Hey, Haywood. What's up?
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. He's got it to Hilton. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Goff going to throw it. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Goff now looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.